From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Houston Texans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. And incomplete to open things up. Look at this defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
Tony.
Here's Stroud. To Mixon on the check down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They're going to run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. The Texans had 8-6 now on the year, and they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
All right. 18, what's that?
Stroud looking to change the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That's their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They're going for it. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the fourth down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Well, that fourth down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. The throwing again is Stroud. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's 2nd and 3. Mix it up the middle. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Here we go. Why Tony?
And Stroud now to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
All right.
Play action. Stroud now. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, look at this Baltimore defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
It was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They're on the 28-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. Man, what a start for the home team. You get the touchdown and now the interception there on the first play. But, Charles, it looked like they just sent 4 verticals that were saying, hey, go make a play deep downfield.
Yeah, I think they felt like they could go ahead and get something back in a big way on their first play, maybe catch them off guard a little bit. Turns out it didn't work out that way. And I know many will question whether or not that was the right call or not. But I understand what they were thinking, wanting to get right back in it right away.
Instead, they're really behind the 8-ball here on the road. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Yeah, good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back. He's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. They went through 2-minute drill. They went through all the different situations. The ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
At the Ravens 15-yard line.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Stroud looking to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
All right.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he will take it in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Into space at the 45. And all the way out to the 45-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Throwing now is Stroud. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
18, what's that?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
18, what's that?
Stroud to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And 4 at the 30-yard line.
All right. Swap. Another swap. Hey, south. Hey. Look the hot.
Back to throw. Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
18, what's that?
Operating from the gun, Stroud. Will try and do this himself. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
A waste of time.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Here we go. Nike Texas.
Looking to throw. Stroud. And got his man is caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kylan Granson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Texans take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Texans 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. That is caught with Rashad Bateman. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 65 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Luke now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk in the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 118. That's it.
Back to throw. Stroud. That incomplete. It's tanked down. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
118. What's that?
Looking to throw. Stroud. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held him to an okay game.
Well, he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And a minuscule gain and maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may still get a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They come up in a 2 tight end look here. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Here's Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4-5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Brings up second and a yard.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard. Now it's Jackson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. They got pressure there, only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Baltimore.
In motion left, Bateman. Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw is Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they have to let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over. 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Tony.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there. They were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Caught that one from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Jackson going to change things up a bit. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. But not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now a first carry from Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
I have to think think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Well, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 2-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
On his look for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
18, outside. 12.
Here's Stroud. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
That is caught by Dell. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
18, outside.
The throwing again is Stroud. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Takedown, 36 yards. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Fairbairn, looking good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Ravens 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Will Anderson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Jackson going to keep it. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Jackson to throw. He's got Henry. And they'll get him down at about the 37, and well short of the first.
They got the completion. Now they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their fourth down play.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. Fourth down and 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Here we go. This is fourth down.
Go ahead. You change it. Go ahead.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw, got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Here's Jackson. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
I'm starting to wonder, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jackson. From the left side, it's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Throwing, Jackson. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Luke now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That will tie the game. 28 all. Tyler Luke kicking off for Baltimore.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
11. Oh, 18.
Now Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run. And got his man complete. And the outbounds just shy of the 40.
This game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
That's over the middle into the hands of Noel. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And we will...